Hey guys, and welcome back to The Sims 4. My name is Abby, and today we're doing another speed build. This is actually going to be one of my smaller builds, which I don't know, sometimes I do small builds, sometimes I don't. It kind of depends on what's going on, like what all I've got to get done, like in real life. And since I need to do some pre-recording this week for the weekend, since I'll be out of town, I think I mentioned that in a previous video, but I don't remember which one. I didn't really want to do a big build, especially since I just did the Italian restaurant with the apartment build. I'm not really sure what exactly I'm calling that. I think I came up with something better than the Italian apartment and restaurant, or the Italian restaurant and apartment. Maybe not though. Maybe that's what I called it. I don't remember. Anyway, this speed build here is it's kind of inspired by a fort, like a fort that you would see somewhere out in the wilderness that maybe would have been like part of like an old civilization or something. I don't know. It was kind of partially made up, and it's kind of partially something that I saw a picture of online. So I'm not really sure where you would see this type of a building, but I thought it looked cool, and I thought it was pretty interesting. It really only has enough room for like one or two Sims, so it's more of like a starter home, or just kind of something interesting to live in if you're doing, I don't know, some kind of a cool storyline for some guy who's really interested in the wilderness. I do place a lot of trees on this lot, and hindsight, is always 2020, and I'm thinking now that Oasis Springs is not the best place to build this lot. I don't really remember why I chose Oasis Springs. I had a reason, and I had went back and forth trying to figure out if I wanted to use the island in Windenburg or if I wanted to use this here in Oasis Springs, and for some reason I just decided to use Oasis Springs, and it would have looked so much better in Windenburg, which it doesn't really matter. If you download it off the gallery, then you can place it on whatever lot you'd like to do, or like to place it on, I mean. So yeah, it doesn't really matter, but I mean, it just helps like with the whole overall look of things if it's on a lot that makes sense. And all the desert like sand area, and then the bam grass just kind of doesn't make much sense, but oh well, that's okay. Not that big a deal. It took me a little while, well, not really a whole long time, but a few minutes to figure out what kind of stones I wanted to use, and I end up using some of the stones from the new bowling stuff pack, and that stuff pack is just, it's so versatile. I mean, this is not like a retro build, and that stone wall is just perfect for this like fort texture like stone, because I tried to use some of the other stones that were available in the game, like from some of the other packs and from the base game and stuff, and it didn't seem right. It didn't look right. So this actually works pretty well, and I think it's actually a wallpaper. I don't think it's supposed to be a real stone, so it works out good. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's The Sims, so it wouldn't matter if you had wallpaper on the exterior of your house in The Sims. I don't suppose, anyway. I did not have seasons for any of the other Sims games. So, do they have rain in seasons, or is it just like seasons? Is it like weather included? Because I understand like if it's winter, it'll snow, right? So like during the spring, does it rain a lot? I was wondering about that. I was a little curious. So you guys can let me know if you've played with like the Sims 3 seasons or something, because I haven't experienced any of that, which I guess I could look it up. I guess I could watch a video on YouTube or something of it. But, I'm a little lazy, and the reality is I'll probably forget about asking that question in like 5 seconds. I really will. I'm 23 years old, and I have a terrible memory. I can't remember a thing half the time. And then I remember like stuff that's like not useful to remember at all. I can remember my dreams from every night so vividly, and then like I can't remember what the answers are for a test whenever I studied super, super hard. That's just how life goes, I can hold on to the lyrics of Ice Ice Baby, but I cannot remember stuff about my modern political thought class. How interesting does that sound? Modern political thought. Or is it? I don't even know if that's what it's called. I'm having to take 2 philosophy classes this semester, and I've never had to take philosophy before, and I'm not crazy about it. It's not really my thing. So I'm taking modern, I think it's modern, no, it's American political thought, and then modern, it's something modern, some kind of modern politics, something. Modern, I don't know, but it's some kind of a modern philosophy. Modern political philosophy. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it's called. And it basically, like, both of them sound the same, and they kind of are in some ways, and then again they kind of aren't. For one thing, I have the same teacher for both of them, both those classes, and they kind of go along the same lines of what all they talk about. They talk about Hobbes and the Leviathan and Locke and the Second Treatise of Government. I think that's what it's called, right? Those books. Yeah, I had to read those for class. They're not fun. They are not fun. Kind of interesting, but just not fun at all. I mean, I'm the type of girl that likes, like, mystery stuff. I just read a book recently called Choker. I think I've mentioned this before. Maybe not. But it's so good. I don't want to spoil it. But basically, it's about this girl, and she gets called Choker because she chokes on a carrot in the lunchroom at school, and then some of her, like, enemies at school start to die, and she doesn't know why, and it's a pretty interesting book. I suggest you go get it. I have a Kindle, so it's really easy for me to download a book whenever somebody suggests one to me, but yeah, Choker, that's a good one. Anyway, we're just in the living area down here right now, and then upstairs we'll have a bathroom and a small bedroom. It's kind of open up there. The bedroom is anyway. The bathroom is kind of closed off. There's a TV in here, although it kind of, doesn't go with the whole idea that this place is supposed to be in a certain, like, era, but sometimes I, like, don't use technology in builds like that, and then sometimes I do, because, maybe it was just renovated into something that people could use now. I mean, that's completely plausible. It's an old building that's renovated into, like, a hunting shack or something. That would be something that I would think would be interesting to use this as, like, a guy that lived here that was really outdoorsy and maybe was, like, a hunter or something. That's what I would imagine anyway. And that's what I was thinking of whenever I was building this lot. I really liked this place, though. It was quick. It didn't take me very long to build it, like 30 minutes maybe. I did slow this video down just a little bit. I like to do that when I can, when I do have some smaller builds. Usually I am at like 6.5 times the speed in my videos because it takes me a long time to do some things. Like, I know the Cinderella build, the first half of it was like 6 hours of footage. I don't remember what the second half was, but 6 hours of footage, and then I like to keep it under 30 minutes. So I had to make 6 hours of footage fit in 30 minutes. So usually I go about 6.5. There was just a little flash there because I think I must have saved and not cut out the whole portion where I saved. Oops. And I left my phone not on silent. I'm just making all kinds of mistakes today. I don't know. I try to get on top of things today by pre-recording and stuff, and then I just I can't deal. I am not ever thinking about what I should be doing at the right time, I suppose. That was just my best friend. I hope she's okay. I'm probably gonna check really quick. She doesn't live close by, but she watches my videos sometimes, so hey. She knows who she is. Oh, okay. She sent me a link to something. I'll have to look at it here in a minute. I like to check, though, and make sure she's okay. Because, you never know. She might be out somewhere and something weird going on or something funny. I don't know. That's usually what we do. We send each other some funny stuff that happened to us. Yeah, so now we're in the upstairs portion of this build, and like I said, the bedroom is pretty open. I've found some of those lanterns that need to go outside, so I went ahead and put them out there before I forget, because like I said, I forget everything very quickly. And remember how I said I would forget in 5 seconds what I was talking about? When I said that, yeah, I have no clue why I said that earlier, but I did, and I remember that part. But yeah, this place is just, I wanted to use some of the older furniture. A lot of the outdoor retreat stuff was used in this build, and then a lot of the base game stuff was used too, and I think a lot of get together. So yeah, I mean, you can probably download this build if you have those. Obviously, you're not going to have the stone on the wall because that's from a different pack, but I don't really remember. Well, those lights are from Vampire. I don't know. You know, I am going to be doing a base game and city living apartment build, so I do like to do some of those restricted type builds. I am going to do that very soon, maybe even like tomorrow morning, in preparation for my trip away. So that will be up, and let me know if you guys would like to see more of those kind of builds, because I like doing them. I get carried away really easily whenever I start building. I'm like, okay, well, can like, you know, restrict myself to base game and one other pack here. And then I'm like, well, let's just add one more pack. And then I'm like, okay, just throw that out the door. Let's just build with everything. Just do it. And that's kind of why I'm afraid of getting custom content, because I'm afraid if I start getting it and start using it, then I won't stop. And I don't know. I mean, it's not like that's a big issue if you don't stop, if you use it all the time, but I would just rather use the game, like the items that actually come with the game, or that you can buy, you know, as downloadable content for the game. It just, I don't know, it runs better and it looks better most of the time, and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Like I said in one of my videos, I don't remember, but I don't want to do that. Anyway, though, we're now on the screenshots. There's just a couple from the outside. It was kind of hard to get a good angle from the outside because some of the bricks, like the columns, just kind of ended up looking flush with the building, but it turned out pretty okay. The interior probably is the most interesting as far as the screenshots go. But yeah, I really liked this place, and you can find it on the gallery as well as like all of my other builds and a lot of people like that I've created, sims I've created. But I want to thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and I will talk to you guys soon.